2-1 and 2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4.
A fairly short kick from the 14, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Throwing, Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
7 yards, the pickup there. This defense for the Saints, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. This one to Slayton over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
This defense for the Saints, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
This defense for the Saints, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Here's Jones from the gun on third down. Here's a diving catch right side.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
First down, Giants.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Barkley.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Here's Barkley. And Barkley did not get there.
This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Buying time to his left. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Here's Strebler to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Here's Jackson to return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Giants.
Kadarius Toney.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Saints nothing. Graham Gano taking off for you.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Uses the stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Strebler. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Powering his way forward. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Kamara. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 70-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And some room to work. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Back to throw. Jones. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gano's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Strebler. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 4. From the gun is Strebler. Looking long for Thomas. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
This time they stay on the ground. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off play action. Jones. That's complete to Tony. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jones finding Tony for a Giants first down. Jones now on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Open man right side is Ingram. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. Back to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, Streveler. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case,
oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go Strebler. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. A give. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Now they go play action now. Here's Strebler. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To throw is Strebler. Now he's forced out right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
At the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then by the blitz coming, and down he goes. Pete Werner in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. To try again after the sack, Jones. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Throwing on second and long. Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Jones on third down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. And this will wind up as Saints first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Strebler. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So here we go, 45 seconds left, and things are boiled down to this onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there getting the sack in.